Hey guys, welcome to another video of CodeRex, and in this video we'll be doing this question. This question doesn't really come on competitive stages, but it might come in your school practical, so watch out for it. Thank me later. Take input to 2D integer arrays and put their sum in a third array column wise. Now the question on first look seems pretty simple, that you need to take two 2D integer arrays and you have to add them up and put their sum in third array. But the question actually says something like a condition. It puts a condition like you have two 2D integer array. Let's say you have a 2 by 2 array and you have a 2 by 2 array here, correct? Now what you have to do is you have to add these terms and put it in another 2 by 2 array. The answer to this goes here. Similarly, you have to add the second column of first row and the answer to this goes here. Means you will be adding the first column of both the arrays and the answer will be in the new array's first column. So you will be adding them column wise, so the two new arrays you will be taking will have the same size. Now let's get on with the question. I have already done the question because it's pretty lengthy. You need to use at least like 4 or 5 for loops to print it out as well. I have done it in a very simplistic way, that's why it seems lengthy. You can do it in a rather hardcore way if you know the tricks. I have done it in a very elementary way. So as the question says, we have taken two arrays, right? We have taken 4 variables to control the arrays: row for one, row and column for one array, R and C for other. Just trying to make this code little user friendly by entering the cout. Please enter the number of rows in your first array. So we'll enter the rows. Similarly, columns in first array, it's asking for you the grid size basically. Now this is the loop to take input in the first array. I hope you know how this for loop works, right? It goes on row wise. I'm not going to explain it again, it's going to be a lengthy video rather. Now once you have taken input in this, the next statement will be please enter the number of rows in second array. It's gonna pop up. Okay, now you have to put another. You can just copy the above loop and use this. I have changed the variables because in Turbo C++ you cannot use the same variables. In Visual Studios you can. I still have changed them, but in Visual Studios the scope of this variable ends with this bracket. It does not go beyond. You can use another for loop with I here, it won't show an error. But in some old IDEs you cannot use multiple i's in for loops, right? That'll show an error. So I have changed variables, don't worry. Now this for loop is to take input in second 2D integer array. Okay, you don't need sum, it just happens directly. You don't need this. Now we have to create a third array, because remember what the question said. The question said 2 integer and put then sum in a third array column wise, right? We have taken a third array. The command is very simple. Just copy any of these for loops and all you need to do is add the statement that first element of the third array will be equal to the first element of first array plus the first element of second array. So that's gonna input the first element in the third array, and this will go on if the size of the arrays is same. The only problem with the code is the size of the array is if mismatch. If you're taking one array as 3 by 3, other as 2 by 2, there's going to be a problem. It's not going to give output. So that's it for it. And once you have taken output, you just need to put another for loop and remove this statement and add just cout the third array, and that's it. Now let's try running the code. Let's take a 3 by 3 grid. Okay, let's take a 3 by 3 grid. Let's take a rather simple grid just to make sure it works. Okay, anyway, so I have given here nine inputs. Similarly 9 inputs here. So what happened is 1 plus 1 it has become 2, 2 plus 1 it has become 3, 4 plus 1 it has become 4. So this is the desired array. The code works perfectly. For any further queries, shoot me down a comment. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.